Hello, friends. Stacy Anfinson here with your Tarport market update. Hot topic today we're going to talk about is Wake County housing overvalued. A lot of these videos that I produce are kind of my response to what I read in the national media. So this is my response to what I've been reading in the national media. All right, so hey, we haven't seen this chart in a while. This was on our last three ones, but once again, just the backdrop of all housing is population. Population needs shelter, as we've discussed numerous times. The population for Raleigh-Cary MSA is up 111% comparing 2024 with 2007. And then on the bad side, we also looked at this last video, annual resales listed down 33% comparing 2023 with 2007, and then 2023 compared to 2022 was down 16. Now, annual building permits issued. A lot of people think that the new home builders aren't really doing their share to provide inventory, but if you look at this graph, certainly since 2021, coming out of COVID, they have been in unprecedented territory in terms of being over 20,000 annual permits in the Raleigh-Cary MSA, and they're up 32% compared to the permits issued in 2007. And just as a remember, the dark times, this was the great recession in 2009, 2010, and 2011. So in my opinion, home builders are building at unprecedented high levels trying to provide inventory. Now, if you want to equate that, there is a national metric that looks at building permits issued as a percent of population. It's a percent of 1,000 in population, and you can see in 2023 we're at 13. We're 2022 we're 15 and 15. You know, what do those numbers mean? They don't really mean anything unless you compare them nationally. The United States average, if you look down below, is 5.3. Myrtle Beach leads the country at 2024. So you can see that our permits issued in relationship to our population is well above national average. So that's a good sign. Now we look at the bad sign. This is a TMLS Housing Affordability Index. This is produced by 10K Research. Since 2012, this has been on a severe downward trend. The higher number is a higher level of affordability. The lower number is a lower number of affordability. I'm not going to get into what the number means. There's a mathematical equation as to how they calculate that. But if you look at where we were 2019 and 2020, and then coming out of COVID, this obviously, house prices go up, and then median income doesn't really follow it at the correlating pace. You have an index down here, which is at unprecedentedly low housing affordability. That's something that you see repeated in the national press as well. We're going to take a look at First Financial Valuation. This is a study of major metro markets. And this came from this is really a response to this video. This was in the Triangle Business Journal on June 4th. So it says, is Raleigh's housing market overvalued? Not according to these numbers. So we're going to stroll down to here, and you can see that they rank these, are homes over or undervalued in your city. This is kind of a clickbait thing. I really don't like that, because value is in the eye of the owner and the buyer. It's not a fact, and so whatever you think value is what you think value is. A lot of these national press stories use the valuation word, and I just don't like that. I think it's misleading, and it causes people to not necessarily react in a proper way. If we scroll to Raleigh, you can see that they say that current house prices are 1% under current valuation. So we'll take that as an interesting thing, but let's look at the flip side of this. Florida Atlantic University, in just outside of Miami, they have two professors there that do a study of top 100 U.S. housing markets, and this is as of April data. So we're going to scroll down to Raleigh here and see what they say. They base this off of they put a lot of emphasis on the Zillow house price, the Zillow Home Valuation Index. And not to just to kind of make you aware of this, there are two lines. Look at the highlighted part. You see Raleigh, North Carolina. So April 30th, that's the most recent data that the data is available. And they say that Raleigh housing is overpriced by 27%. So here you have two national entities that are both kind of saying opposite things, and I find that kind of interesting. Then we'll look at, so now we're going to look at what Zillow says. This is their Raleigh, North Carolina housing market. And we'll scroll down to here. And you can see this goes all the way back to 2016. And this is their home value index. So this is how they calculate it. They explain how it's done. But just pay attention to the green line. And the green line has been on an upward trend since 2016. So that's what Zillow says is happening with housing here. Now our annual average sales price in TMLS, we go 2007 on the left and we go to 2024 on the right. That's a big fat 88% increase. That's pretty strong. So the last two slides and this one coming up I bring to you because we just talked about housing being least affordable in the history of that house price affordability index. And we've looked at this slide before. This is the median list price of resale listings added by month. And this is just comparing May of last year with May of this year, and we're up 6%. So we just put up 3 slides that show you that house price metrics are increasing. So to wrap things up, we've got tailwinds and headwinds for future valuation. Number one, Raleigh-Cary MSA population is up 111%. That's fantastic. Annual resales listed are down 33%. That's the struggle. Months of housing supply in severe undersupply category. That's a floor for house price metrics. First American reports an undervalued market. Florida Atlantic reports an overvalued market. Number 4, building permits to population ratio well above national average. And the last one, in spite of low housing affordability and overvalued ratings, house price metrics continue to increase. So if you have buyers that are really kind of, oh, I don't want to buy in a market that's, quote, overvalued, unquote, I would absolutely show them this, have them make their own decisions. In my opinion, as long as we have net inbound population growth and we have a severe undersupply of housing, I don't know how you can say house prices are overvalued, but that's what the some of the eggheads out there say. One of the things I haven't really done in my videos is explain what I do. Number one, I'm an appraiser. So mortgage client, relo client, attorneys, buyers, sellers, estate valuation. I do all that, and I've got current capacity for all of those. TAR report, which you are familiar with, and consulting. Hourly rate. You have any questions, if you need consulting about anything in the residential market, I am available for you. So that's all I've got for now. Appreciate you listening to this. If you liked it, click on like the video. You want to subscribe to the TAR Report YouTube channel, I strongly encourage you to do that. And thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.